The entire world is changing, and so are you. What's the 411? I got a new deck called Archetypes, and the cards that came out is the World card with Anima Mundi, the Mentor, and the Orphan. The principal concept of this World card is accept all, reject none. You are changing the way that you reject others. You're also changing the way that you handle rejection. And through your own rejection of others or things, you are learning more about the parts of yourself that you have rejected. You are a multifaceted being, living in a multi-dimensional world, made up of many layers of consciousness and awareness. And the more that you allow yourself to expand through rejection or the redirection that comes with rejection, right? The more that you are able to become diverse in your own principles and see the wonderful mess of how everything is balanced out beautifully together. The fibers of your frequency are very divine in the entire flow of the world. As everything is flowing and changing, you could be altering your destiny now as you are getting in flow or being enchanted by the evolution of this world. Right now is a good time for you to try to tend to the sacred details of life so that you don't become overwhelmed by the bigness of the experience of life entirely. You are slowly but surely or quickly, whatever pace that you're moving at, it's okay. Comparison is also something that you could be releasing yourself from, but you are definitely connecting to universal unity, finding completeness or feeling more complete or embracing this energy of completeness. Rejection reveals your resistance to love or someone else's resistance to love. And you are learning through your connections to others in this world what love really is. And it is unconditional. 222 on the clock. Love is unconditional, and you're learning this as you love yourself through any and every condition. Now, we also got the Orphan and the Mentor. The Mentor definitely representing the higher self, and the Orphan, the lower self, the wounded child, the abandoned self, the beggar. You're coming into a very deep awareness of love, deep acceptance, and deep solace, because your soul has been challenged through this deep, perplexing sense of isolation, even when you are connecting with others. And you're needing to be tender with yourself. You deserve so much tenderness, so much kindness. And you're also learning how to be kind and tender with others as well. That is a part of nature. We are all needed because we all need ourselves. And even if you're not feeling needed by others, know that you are needed. You could be healing some type of dilemma right now, healing some type of deep fear or wound. And for you to really access that inner child and heal that wounded child, you may need to draw, paint, create art, or do something that really warms your heart. You can have this tendency to distance yourself from people, or to hate yourself, or to hate others, or to avoid things, or this anxious avoidance or anxious attachment style where you are controlling or limiting things to feel safe and to be comfortable. Know that you deserve to feel safe, and this is something that you could also be learning to accept. Most likely you didn't grow up in a typical or usual environment, or didn't have a usual or typical relationship with your parents, okay? That, stemming from this lower self energy with the Orphan. So there is this energy of you being more willing to learn and to receive enlightenment from sources outside of yourself, knowing that you are not the sole source of enlightenment, but that there is enlightenment encircling all around you. And you are also learning not to fall into your shadow. So you're getting out of this self-serving energy. You're no longer being envious of youth or envious of a younger version of yourself, or wanting to go back to a younger version of yourself, right? And you're getting out of this rigid righteousness, being more focused. You're becoming more clear, more bright, and you're noticing that remaining a student really sets you free from power control dynamics, because it's really easy to project power, but it is difficult to empower yourself, and you become more powerful when you realize this. As you elevate your consciousness, you elevate the consciousness of the entire world.